Comme toujours, l'interview se déroulait en anglais. Zoals altijd doen we ons interview in het Engels. Vous êtes libre de poser des questions dans n'importe quelle langue que nous comprenons.
Welcome to you guys, Barbara Steele. So it's a pleasure and an honor to have you here. And you opened our festival, and now you're Knight of the Order of the Crow. So congratulations and thank you. So how is it going so far in Brussels?
We're having a wonderful time, and yeah, I just love Brussels, and it's been a great festival. I hope that we get to come back.
Jonathan Tarantanello, thank you very much for being here with us. So, first question, how did this project happen?
I really wanted to make it. I wanted to do something with people I had seen on screen when I was young. Barbara, Hedda Langenkamp, Adrian King, and so finally we were able to shoot it in the US, where I was able to gather together all this Scream Queen. And I remember one of the first time I talked to Barbara, and we were discussing the ideas and especially we were discussing the killings. And when I talked to her about the elevator scene where she breaks the ankle of the woman, she said to me, "Okay, we'll do that to bring to life the imagination of Mr. Zarantonello." And I thought, wow, Barbara still knows my name.
Miss Steele, you promised never to do a horror movie again, so what convinced you to do this one?
Well, I met Jonathan at a dinner in LA with a lot of Italians, Lamberto Bava, lots of Italian directors, one hot summer night. I just had this bizarre instinct we would work together. I don't know why, and then he gave me the script, and I thought the script was very crafty, very clever, and very unusual, and so I was very flattered, and I said thank you.
Did you have anything to base this character on?
Like
Either?
a friend of mine.
Like a mother of yours? I have no idea. I don't know.
No, but we've all got repressed rage. It's very nice to have some moments in which you can express it without truly wounding someone.
The idea was to portray a killer but also a victim, because there may be a character in the movie who's more evil than Anne's character, which is the little girl, Alice. So, especially in the flashbacks, she's more of a victim. And so the idea is to question the audience whether you want her to win or to lose, to get killed or to kill. And one of the best moments that I lived while working on this movie was an assistant editor who, after seeing the actual killing of Alice, of the little girl, she said, "I was kind of happy that she killed her, and that made me feel sick." And I said, "Yeah, thanks, that's what I wanted to do, make you feel sick."
I wanted to talk to you about the story. Well, actually, you started by writing a book, a novel, a short movie first, then the book, and then the screenplay. So how did you make let's say the connection between the book and the screenplay?
Well, that may be just technique, because basically you try to turn into visual ideas your words, but the most intriguing thing is that the whole process took a lot of years, so the screenplay changes with you, because you change the way you see the world, the way you react to people, and so the screenplay changes with you. So finally, it's over. I'm not going to rewrite it again, but if I would rewrite it now, I would still change something because I changed. So it's, especially with horror that has to deal with life and death, it's so deep feelings that it definitely has to change with you, with your life, etc.
This is a big secret.
Oh, this is a
Nobody
surprise.
gave me the book.
No, because it's...
Sono furioso, non ho mai visto il book.
No, but it's not a good book. It's the movie's better. Yeah.
What was it in the 60s and the 70s that made Italy so prevalent, so prominent on the map of horror, do you think?
Well, we definitely are not lucky to have the Vatican in our country. But yeah, also in the 70s, there were people shooting on the streets. It was pretty scary. And as it often happens when a society is very violent, the cinema reflects that. As a matter of fact, nowadays, there's a sort of coma. We're trying to wake up from this, but it's been like 15 years of TV and believing in dreams that were actually fake. And so maybe that's why there's a sort of Italian Renaissance right now, in which I personally don't believe much, because we don't have the producers. We don't have people who believe in ideas, who actually are passionate about genre movies. And for example, Martyrs is one of my favorite movies ever. And
Sorry, which one?
Martyrs, the French one. And when I read in the end credits that it's dedicated to Dario Argento, they have no idea that if Dario Argento goes to the Italian television, which is actually the Italian producers, with such script, they call the police. They don't produce that. They don't understand it, and that could never ever be made. And it's such a wonderful masterpiece of poetic horror. And when we'll have producer, maybe we'll be able to come back to our roots, because we're a very violent country. We have 2 crime organizations that are the biggest in the world, and still they don't make genre movies about that. I've read the famous book Gomorrah. The book starts with a container of dead Chinese people that crashes in the middle of a harbor. And I thought, wow, I want to see that scene in the movie. And it starts with 2 kids being tanned in a saloon. I said, where are the dead Chinese? I want to see that. They didn't put it in the movie. Why? Because they're scared of making stories interesting. Because they don't want to, they may be scared of violence as an intriguing way of portraying things. But it's fake, so it's not a problem portraying violence, because nobody gets actually hurt. If you want to tell the story of the most cruel crime organization in the world, like Camorra is, you got to show me blood, you got to show me dead people. It's not a crime to show that, but they don't do it. Other countries do it. City of God in Brazil, that's how the situation really is, and they show it. They show kids with guns. Well, that's not what we had. We had too many years of authors in Italy that totally ruined everything. And now, if you
How? I would like to know.
how it happened,
How did they ruin everything, the authors?
because we have 2 producers, TV and the state and the government.
Yes.
So authors make film producers. They are clever, and so they go to politicians who are actually able to give them money to do movies, and they say, oh, I have this author, and we're going to make a very clever movie. We're going to go to Cannes and Berlin, not to Brussels International Fantastic Film Festival, but because here's where real good movies are. And so they get money, and then sometimes people go to see them, sometimes they don't, but that doesn't mean anything, because they're not made to make money. Even if a movie in Italy comes out and it's a total disaster, still the producer makes money because it's financed by the government. So the quality of the screenplay, or actually the audience wanting to see the movie, doesn't really matter. So this is a huge problem.
You don't always have to be specifically, in my opinion, specifically specific all the time. There can be something that happens off screen that can kill you, as long as you hear it and you've been set up correctly for it.
Any future plans that you would like to plug? Here's your chance.
I wrote like 5 screenplays while trying to make this movie, so hopefully one of them will be a movie that I'll be back here with. And yeah, I just wanted to thank the people who watched because I was very nervous, and at the beginning the volume was also very low, so it was kind of a problem. But all the passion, all the clapping and the laughing, and they really got it. Even the irony of the movie. It was really amazing. I love how people reacted, and it's the best audience ever. They're not afraid of clap for a killing or to laugh because she's pushing a handicapped woman down an elevator shaft. It's wild, and it has to be wild. The movies have to be wild. It has to be our dark side, our fun moment. And so I'm really happy that this was our world premiere. It couldn't be better. Thank you.
Però l'altra parte è scritto. Io sono quello all'inizio.